What's happening, guys? You guys have tuned into the Best Price Nutrition YouTube channel. You can check us out at BestPriceNutrition.com. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel here. Follow us on Instagram. We do a lot of sales and special offers that you can only find on social media, or if you're a subscriber to our email or SMS list. We're really excited about today's video. We're going to be covering a product from NutraBio. Great company, puts out a lot of awesome supplements, and we were really psyched when we saw this one come out. I don't think I've seen another supplement that's kind of in the same category as this. Like, yeah, there's carb supplements, but this is called Leg Day, and it's meant for those tough workout days. And Brad's going to take you through the formula, but this thing is jam-packed. We got carbs, we got kind of a performance matrix. That leg day is always the worst day of the week, I think we all hate. Yeah. So it's going to kind of provide you some motivation, get you pumped up for that. We got aminos, electrolytes. I think there's 9 different patented branded ingredients in here.
I was going to say, I don't know if you could see on the side, but just going down the list, you could see all of the trademark ingredients. And those usually are like really high quality forms. And then real quick, with our social media, be sure you do subscribe to our Instagram and our YouTube. Because recently what we started doing is like IG Live and YouTube Live, and we've had promo codes running throughout those videos where during the actual video there's like a huge discount. So if that's something you're interested in, which you kind of should be, because we'll give discounts on there that we won't give anywhere else, and they're very, very short-lived. So stay tuned to those things. Be sure you subscribe.
I think the last one we did 20% off, but it was only for the 30 minutes that things were running.
Yeah, and if you miss it, you miss it. You got to get it next time. So like John said, this is very specifically, it says on the bottom, intrafuel for serious athletes only. It's for very intense workouts. It's fully loaded with pretty much everything you need to fuel your workout, to have a successful workout, and to recover really, really well from that workout. So starting, it's 120 calories a scoop, 32 carbs, and those carbs are in the form of 25 grams of cluster dextrin and 5 grams of bioenergy ribose. And those two are both trademark ingredients. So why do you need carbs for a workout? Carbs are going to be converted into glucose or glycogen depending on what your body needs, and that's going to be energy for your workout. If your muscles are filled up with glycogen and you start using it, the kind of is going to take away some of your pump. It's going to give you energy, but you want a carb source to keep filling up your muscles while you're working out, to put it like simply.
And is this more for resistance training than cardio, or can it be used for both? Or
it could be used for both. People, I think like carb loading is something people know like endurance athletes doing. You definitely can do that. This is probably more geared towards like bodybuilding stuff or strength training, but you definitely can get a lot of benefit if you're doing endurance. At the end of the day, this is for, like it says, serious athletes. If you're doing all-out workouts, all-out exercise, you're going to find a lot of benefit from this. There's a leg day performance matrix. It's 450 milligrams. You get 150 milligrams each of L-DOPA, of L-ATP. Then you get 100 milligrams of Neurofactor, 50 milligrams of Synactive. So going down, you're probably like, what the hell are those things? L-DOPA comes from macunapurians. L-DOPA will actually turn into dopamine inside of your body. Or L-DOPA will pass your blood-brain barrier very, very easier than it will any other way, because it has to convert to a bunch of other things. So it'll give you a dopamine boost pretty much instantly, which is going to elevate your mood. It's going to make you feel good and probably give you a little motivation in the gym. It's like if you've ever had a pre-workout that gives you a mood boost, you can feel the motivation and like the want to keep going. That's from like a dopamine rush.
Well, like you said, we were saying earlier, we see that ingredient being added to a lot of pre-workouts these days.
Yeah. It's L-DOPA. If you see anything with like DOP, or specifically macunapurians, that's where you see it a lot. You can get it by itself. I think we sell it. So L-ATP, it's ancient peat and apple fruit extract. I believe that's from Compound Solutions. It's going to be something that's going to be similar to the effect of creatine, because it's going to work off of ATP. ATP is your body's energy molecule. So if you have anything that's facilitating the conversion of ADP to ATP, that's going to give you more energy, more all-out energy, and that's what this is really kind of going for. Neurofactor, another trademarked ingredient, that's going to be a nootropic. Synactive, Panax, Notoginseng, that's also like an adaptogen. So that's going to help with stress levels and also probably give you a little boost mentally as well. Ginseng has a ton. Have you ever been to like Chinatown?
Oh yeah.
I don't know how this is in all other Chinatowns. I'm sure it's the same, but in the Chicago Chinatown, there's a ton of these herb shops, and if you go in, they have barrels with ginseng. It's crazy. They're like, it's no joke, like this tall from the ground.
Last time I was there, I got yelled at and kicked out of the store for taking pictures. I'm sure there's like some like illegal rhino husks or something they have in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they weren't happy with me.
That's great. I mean, they look like maggots too.
Oh yeah.
It's gross. They look like big whatever. But yeah. So then after that, so that's the leg day performance matrix. After that, you have an Intra-Blast Aminos, and this is 7.6 grams of EAAs and 5 grams of branch chains. I'm not going to go through them all, but for the branch chains, you get 2.5 grams of leucine, 1.25 of isoleucine and valine, and then you get a full list of the EAAs, and you get a good amount of them. Sometimes you get shortchanged, you actually get a good amount on these. Okay, this is a huge label, and I don't know if you guys can see, I'll try to take some B-roll, but this is a huge label, so you can kind of see already what it's going for. Carbs, nootropics, adaptogens, mood boosters, It's an all-around great product.
This label looks like it's for like Animal Pack or some multivitamin. It just doesn't have.
Exactly. So you got the EAs, and then you have an electrolyte and hydration optimizer. And all the ingredients in here are hydration aspects. I'm not going to go over them, but you have taurine. You have Calci K, which is Albion. That's like the trademark version of a lot of minerals. It's calcium, potassium, phosphate, and citrate all together. You have Cocoa Pure, which is a trademark version of coconut water powder. Pink Himalayan salt at 500 or 393 milligrams, which is a pretty good amount. Sodium phosphate and dimagnesium malate as the Albion trademarked mineral. And then finally, you have 50 milligrams of estrogen, which is another trademark ingredient. It's astragalus and Panax notoginseng. So that's kind of just something that's going to help you absorb everything a little bit more. And then actually at the top, I forgot these, but these are going to kind of add to the hydration, the performance aspect. A lot of times when there's minerals, people just kind of only think of hydration, but you also have to think about your, like the muscles firing. For a muscle to fire, you have to send a electrical signal from your brain through your neurons down to your actual muscle. And that all takes a bunch of sodium and potassium. There's something called the sodium-potassium pump that runs down your cells all the way to your muscle. And it works by putting 2 in and it shoots 3 out, but you have to have those minerals to make that process go all the way down to your muscle. So not only are you getting hydration, but you're also giving yourself the minerals that you need for your muscles to fire. And you have calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium, and potassium, all in really, really good amounts. You can't go crazy with minerals, but you are getting 120 calcium, 95 phosphorus, 50 magnesium, it's all right. 200 sodium, again, that's a good amount, plus the stuff at the bottom, and then 100 potassium.
Doesn't that keep your muscles from cramping as well, which would be good for a leg day workout?
Yeah. Oddly enough, I think everyone around my age knows potassium helps cramping from the movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Okay. It's been ages since I've seen that one.
It's a very specific thing with people around my age. There's a scene where a kid's like having, I don't know what's going on, but he needs potassium. They throw a banana at him. Whatever. And then do you want to go over like the other ingredients? Because they like fully disclose everything.
So let's see, what do we got here? We got, and you aren't kidding. I mean, they literally go, normally other ingredients is just like.
And this.
Yeah, they actually break it down. So we got 1,600 milligrams of citric acid, 1,517 milligrams of natural flavor, 800 milligrams of malic acid, 220 of sucralose, 120 of asulfame potassium, and then I think one of the other NutraBio products we recently reviewed had blue spirulina.
Yeah.
This one probably, again, for the color, 38 milligrams of blue spirulina. But I know we're talking about very transparent company. They show you exactly on the tubs where things come up to. Fully transparent with all their blends, everything that's going into these.
Yeah. And also, there is a QR code on the top if anyone's interested. Mine's not working. Or maybe it's just my camera. There is a QR code on the top that's a scan to download. It's Nick Ramey's Road to a Bigger Squat. I assume it's just like a training type deal, but it's good. Okay, mine's just.
Oh, I was reading about this. So they, I forget what you're basically getting a free ebook or a free workout guide with the supplement. So that's kind of, I wasn't sure how that was going to come, but yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah, that's
now,
cool.
One thing I'm sure a lot of people are going to wonder about, obviously this, we've talked a lot about energy, but the carbs are kind of more long-lasting energy or body energy. This isn't going to be like a stimulant energy. So could this be stacked with NutraBio Pre or something like that?
Yes, it definitely could. And also, if you stack it with NutraBio Pre, you're going to start getting some of the pump stuff. There's no pump stuff in here, and I think that's specifically because a lot of times bodybuilders don't like to take pump stuff on a leg day because it kind of, as your legs get bigger, if they get pumped, it's kind of harder to do the range of motion, and it kind of deters from your workout. So that's why I'm assuming that's why there's no pump stuff in here. So if you wanted pump stuff and you want to use this on any day other than leg day, if you stack it with Pre-Extreme, it's probably going to be the best possible stack, two supplement stack you could take before a workout. Aminos, caffeine, pump stuff, carbs. It's going to be a crazy workout. And like he said, you won't get a stimulant boost, but you will get a mood boost. You will notice you can go longer in the gym. Your lifts will be stronger from all of this stuff, versus from the carbs alone, and the hydration stuff as well. So while you won't have a stimulant energy, you will have long-lasting energy from the minerals keeping you hydrated and the carbs.
You know what's kind of interesting about that? I haven't had a chance to try this yet, but you ever notice sometimes you'll take a stimulant pre-workout and you can feel the stimulant, you kind of got that tingly feeling behind the eyes, but it just doesn't convert into any energy for your body.
Yes.
And you're like, my brain is kind of wired, but I'm just like, I still feel sluggish. So this would be perfect for those days.
Yes. And usually what that is being accustomed to caffeine, and caffeine's the only stimulant, being dehydrated, so you just don't get the full benefit of everything. And sometimes it's just not the right blend of stuff. That's why I like using pre-workouts with DMHA or Reagerensis or something like that, where it actually gives you a mood boost. Because when you're in a better mood, it makes you motivated. It makes you want to go work out.
You just made me think of something. I was reading an article the other day, and I thought it might be a good topic for a video. But basically, it's a survey or a study, and they said 8 out of 10 people, 9 out of 10 people, when they're dehydrated, actually reach for a painkiller. So people are popping an aspirin instead of just drinking a glass of water.
Why would they? If you're if they have a headache or something?
Have a headache or just kind of feel lethargic, sluggish, whatever. And people are, their first reaction is to reach for a pharmaceutical or an over the counter medication instead of just hydrating and drinking some water.
I think my immediate reaction would be to go for an Advil.
Myself. Advil, yeah.
I think if I have a headache, it would either be a little bit of coffee or an Advil,
right?
Something like that. I mean, it usually is dehydration, but I really don't have headaches unless I'm hungover, where we're just drinking water.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually I don't use carb products at all. But I was telling John before we started the video, this actually is a product I would use because it's so incredibly fully loaded. There's 30 grams of carbs in there. So it's not going to be something that you're going to spill over and start making fat off of these carbs or anything like that if you're worried about it. If you take a scoop of this and you have a good, strong workout, you're going to burn through these carbs, and they're going to be utilized very, very well. So I actually would use this as someone who doesn't use carbs. If you're doing keto, if you're doing low carb, whatever, consider throwing this into your workout. Just because if you're actually doing strong workouts, you'll use all these carbs for sure. And then it comes in sweet tea and blueberry lemonade. Both sound awesome. I haven't had it, but they sound good. I think we about covered it all.
Yes, very in-depth review here. We got a big label here.
Yeah.
And again, these guys should subscribe to the YouTube channel, the email list, text, all that stuff, because you never know when we're going to be having another sale on NutraBio. And if anyone's interested, I think we still have a few tubs left of the St. Patrick's Day Irish Whiskey Cream.
Yeah, we do have
left to go. So if you want to pick up a tub before they're gone until next year, Act Fast's got a couple tubs of that left.
Yeah, we've been kind of burning through it. It's on the counter in the office here. I think we're almost already done with it. But yeah, if you guys have any comments, leave them down below, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. All right. Thanks,
Later, guys.